Alright guys, taking a little stroll here in the woods. I wanted to talk about a few things in this video. I want to talk about me, YouTube, and maybe touch on a few other things. I know a lot of times, when you're watching somebody on YouTube, you kind of, you think you know the person, you've watched their videos, and you think you know what they're all about and stuff. I just want to tell people about me. I think sometimes people maybe think that, I'm like, got a lot of money and I travel around, I know everything about hunting or something, or I act like I know everything about hunting. I don't. I'm just an average guy. I live paycheck to paycheck. I don't make a lot of money at my job. But one thing I do like is I like the outdoors. I like being in the woods. And I first started taking a camera with me in the woods because at one time I was pretty good. I mean, I hunted 2 states. I hunted West Virginia, hunted Pennsylvania, and I deer hunted like crazy. I hunted everything else too. But a lot of times hunting both those states, I would usually get maybe 6, 7 deer a year. I gave a lot of deer meat to family, to friends. A lot of people like deer meat, but they didn't hunt. My grandmother, my aunt, stuff like that. So none of the meat ever went to waste. But I enjoyed hunting, and I enjoyed filling my tags. But I have to say, that was a while ago. I'm older now. I'm actually going to be 53. A lot of things have changed the way I feel about hunting. Still love to be out there, but when it actually comes to killing an animal, I don't know, I just feel differently about it. And there's been a lot of times where I've actually walked up to a deer, and instead of seeing the whooping and hollering and fist pumping like you see in a lot of videos, I don't get into that because I just took the life of an animal. So I think that animal deserves a little bit of respect. So I have a different feeling sometimes when I walk up. I admire the animal, and I have to say I feel some compassion, a little bit of regret, but I do like deer meat. So sometimes I have mixed emotions when I walk up to a fallen animal. I know a lot of people don't look at it like that. You look at some of the hunting pages on Facebook and you see guys posting pictures of animals, all blown apart and big blood, piles of blood on the ground like that. That's the cool thing. It's not cool. At one time in my hunting career, I might have thought maybe that was something, but that's not what hunting is. It's a lot more than that. And I think animals deserve a lot more respect than we give them. And I know there's a lot of guys in the same position as me. They just, most of them are older. They've been around a while. They've taken a lot of game. So it kind of gets on them. It gets on them. That's one of the things I wanted to touch on. I know that out there in the YouTube world, I mean, there's a lot of guys out there doing what I'm doing. And the one thing I've noticed is you don't see competition. I mean, guys are helping each other out. I correspond with, some of the other YouTubers out there. I think we're all, we all want the same thing. We all want to share our experiences. We want everybody to enjoy our videos. So we all got that in common, and I think that's a good thing. Now, I'm the kind of guy, I don't, at one time I used to hunt with a lot of different people. But over the years, people get married, they move away, they get jobs, you just kind of lose touch. But probably for the last maybe 20 years, I hunt by myself. All this filming and, all this stuff, I do everything by myself. And I actually like it that way. There's sometimes I kind of wish I had somebody with me, somebody to talk things over with, but I enjoy hunting by myself. For the simple fact is that I can come and go as I want. If I'm going hunting somewhere, I don't have somebody in the car with me telling me, oh, by the way, my wife wants me home. I got to be home by noon. Like, That isn't what I want. If I'm going hunting, I want to stay as long as I want to stay, and when I'm ready to come home, I come home. And I know in the past, I've taken a lot of people hunting. I've helped a lot of people get their first deer. And sometimes that comes back and bites you. I mean, you'll help people out, and then you'll do it on the promise that they don't take anybody else to your spot. And it's happened to me more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times, that you'll find out that they took their other buddies to the spot that you told them not to take anybody to. So I've got burned a couple of times. But I like, being in the woods, learning things for myself, and I enjoy this, self-filming. It would be a lot easier with somebody else, but I think when you finally accomplish your goal of getting something and you get it on film, it makes you feel like you did a lot more by doing it just yourself. Now, we touched on, some of the YouTubers and stuff. I know I got some different people that follow my channel pretty regularly, and I tell you what, guys, I appreciate that. That's a big reason I think us YouTubers put these videos up. You get an audience, you get people that actually appreciate your video, and it makes it all worthwhile, that somebody's actually enjoying the video that you put together. And that's why we do it. That's what I started back in the 80s with a VHS camcorder. I wanted to share my experiences. I wanted people that didn't hunt or weren't very successful at hunting. I wanted them to see some of the things I saw. And there was no other way to do that other than take a video camera in the woods. So that's why I do this now. And, thank goodness we have YouTube. You get to share it with the world. And that's the weird thing here. You guys are just a little box. That's you in the camera. It's just a little box. But in that little box, I'm talking to the world. Anybody in the world could look at this and watch it. And it's just pretty amazing that, some of these YouTube videos can go around the world like that. But that's just a couple of things I wanted to touch on. I normally don't do these kind of videos. I like to make them a little more entertaining. I like people to, maybe learn something. But I just wanted to share a little bit about myself, how I tick. I know a lot of people, you see somebody on YouTube, you think you might know them, but, until they really tell you their story. And trust me, I have a story. I mean, I've been married and divorced twice. I mean, I had a daughter from the first marriage. I adopted her. I had a stepson from the second marriage. Both of them are adults now. They got their own things going on. They got their own places. So it's kind of like it's kind of weird. And I think we've kind of, we've all kind of went our own way. There's been different circumstances that caused a lot of that. I don't want to get into that on a video, but that's, my life is pretty simple. I mean, you might see those mounts on the wall and think I'm like the guy that's been there and done it all. Not really. The moose hunt, always wanted to go on a guided hunt. That was my one and only guided hunt, was for a moose. Guy at work come to work one day, told me he was planning the moose hunt, wanted to know if I wanted to go, and I said yeah. So that's pretty much all it was to that. I've been pretty lucky in my hunting career. I mean, I got that bear, which was basically luck. Another guy I worked with told me about seeing a bear, and I go and set up in the spot he showed me. Took me till the second day, and I get a bear. The big bucks on the wall, that's 40 years of hunting. I didn't hold out for any particular buck. I just happened to be the buck that come by, and I got a chance at it. So I'm not a big hunter. I mean, I'm not the professional hunter that somebody might think I am. Just an average guy. So I'm out here checking some trail cameras. Just wanted to do a little video, talk about things there. Thank you guys for watching my videos. I appreciate that in the biggest way. You have no idea. Alright guys, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for sticking with me. I'll see you on the next video.